fall down on me. Take this pride.
My name is Brad Aldrich. I am an LCMS pastor leading a ministry called CrossPollination Ministries. My official title is evangelist, called by Lutherans in Jewish evangelism, Elijah. My role is to go into a congregation and train and equip members of that church to, throughout their day-to-day lives, have and facilitate spiritual conversations with coworkers, friends, family, and also for people around the neighborhood. A lot of people know us as like a street evangelism ministry, and certainly we do evangelism on the street, including open-air preaching, just like in years ago when people would stand on a box and preach. We talk to people in the public square. We engage people who we don't know with the gospel. But a lot of that training that we do is for the purpose of using this in our day-to-day as we're talking with people, turning those conversations from the natural to the spiritual. One of the most effective ways we've found to help churches connect with their communities is by setting aside a time for prayer, a prayer meeting. It's going to be 15 minutes, it could be an hour or more. But setting that time aside and then put it on the calendar, and then going to the community and asking neighbors, just let them know, we're having a prayer meeting. Who would you like us to pray for? We're gathering prayer requests. Get a good response to that. And if people say, oh, everything's fine, we say, that's great. What would you like? What are you particularly thankful for? And we'll thank God for that in our prayer meeting. This opens up doors in the community. We have an opportunity to share the gospel sometimes. But we're getting the prayer requests. They know we care about them. Then what's very effective is 3 weeks later, no sooner, it can be later, go back in and say, we're having another prayer meeting. We got a prayer request about your mother. How's she doing? You got an update for us? And what about you? How are you doing with all this? Where do you see God in this? And making that third visit is powerful. People open up their hearts, their homes. And we have several resources that help people become more confident in sharing the gospel. Most of these are available on our website. It's cpmin.net, C as in cross, P as in pollination, MIN as in ministry, MaryIslandNancy.net. On our website, you'll find things such as Bible studies that you can use in your Sunday morning. The format is between 5 to 7 minutes of teaching a principle, and then using the Leader's Guide, facilitating a group there in a study situation in how they can talk with people about the message of Jesus Christ, both the law and the gospel. Other things that you'll find on our website that might be helpful are if you're working in a bilingual setting, if you're sending a team down to Mexico, or if you're going overseas to China, Ethiopia, our training material is being translated into about half a dozen different languages. And certainly we're always open to doing new translation projects. So if you plan to send a team outside the United States, we can certainly develop with you, partnering with you, to make resources that can be used by your team and then also used by the church at large. So a friend of mine has invited me to go to Ethiopia. I was not able to go. However, we are in process of putting together training materials in the language of Amharic so that my friend and her team can train people in Ethiopia, the church in Ethiopia, training the people in their native language. So they'll be watching DVDs and they'll be doing role plays, and they'll be able to use our resources not in English but in their language of Amharic. So partners in ministry that we have, our partners of churches in other countries. We do a considerable amount of work in Mexico with the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Mexico, training a group of 20 churches there to help their congregations learn to be more proactive in sharing the gospel with their neighbors, with their friends, with their family. Other partners include districts, churches, individuals, circuits. When I do a training, my goal is that I work with the host to develop with them a resource that they will use during their training time, and also that they can make available to other districts, to other circuits, to other churches to use with their friends. And putting things on our website is as simple as developing a new resource based upon the needs and the desires of my location, the host location where I'm doing a training. Call me at 214-733-9582, 214-733-9582, and we can do training on the phone immediately. If you're available this weekend, call me. If my schedule allows, we'll do a training specifically for you and a small group of your friends this weekend. If you're local, just come and see me. If I travel to see you, I ask for travel reimbursement and a free will offering. So I encourage you to call me today. Check out our website at cpmin.net.
And I worship you, Lord. And I worship you, Lord, and I give you my praise. I come before you, Lord Jesus. I fall on my face, and I worship you, Lord, and I give you my praise. I come before you, Lord Jesus. I fall on my face, and I worship you, Lord, and I give you my praise. Come before you, Lord Jesus. I fall on my face, and I worship you, Lord, and I give you my praise. Come before you, Lord Jesus. I fall on my face. Every tongue shall then confess, I'm speechless in your righteousness. Can feel this empty soul breathe in me. Every ocean and the sky, every creature raise your voice and cry, Alleluia.